very rare moment of, well, shall we say, clarity. It looks like the former royal known as Meghan Markle could be having to do something she's never actually done before. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you, as ever, in front of one of my favourite things, a British red telephone box. And of course, a lot of people very supportive, let me point out, about the recent video regarding the last night of the proms. Really, thank you so much. I'm glad you all agree with me. We should be patriotic wherever we are in the world, whatever country. Be proud of it because it's your history. You come from there, you're born there, whatever, you're brought up there. Just try and be proud of yourselves. Why should we be knocked down by these people that keep telling us things like, oh, you know, you don't want to do this. Who are you? Just read the auto cue system, move on. We're not interested. Let's enjoy what it is, of course. Wonderful promenade concerts with excellent musicians, giving a lot of work to a lot of people that truly need it in this very difficult cost of living crisis. I'm sure you'll agree. Back as ever to your royal story of the day. Well, this came as no surprise, did it, to anyone, because way back in March, we haven't had a wave, sorry. How are you? You can tell me off, it's all right. I can see, yes. Well, yes, way back, sorry, oh no, all right, I'm doing it, yes. Anyway, way back in March, of course, this particular was a big event, wasn't it? Allegedly, in the mind of two people at least. The launch of American Riviera Orchard, a lifestyle brand, and she was going to be a sort of lifestyle mogul, I think was the thing. And it was going to have all sorts, candles, wine, biscuits, jams. Then she started the onslaught, as we know, the strange jam thing. And I never really understood what that really was about, because it wasn't the best thing to launch, was it? I mean, perishables are always tricky, I kind of think you need to go with a candle that can last a long time, or maybe a silk scarf, a little bit like, of course, the latest adventure for the king in one of the royal shops. Looks great, based on his mother's, Hermes' favourite headscarves. Do girls still wear those? Do let me know, I'd love to know. Now, what's interesting here is, as we now know, also, this is being problematic for Meghan because she can't use that phrase for her patent branding over in the United States. Now, as I said to you before, what clothead let it get to this point? I mean, you have to say to yourself, you're meant to be professional, you're meant to have all these wonderful people around you, and the basics, which are all listed out on the internet. It's not hard to figure, you know what I mean? So why did it get to this point? Well, it looks like she's going to have to rethink, but I've been told from an excellent source that Meghan is very reluctant to let go of this. No, we're not talking Prince Harry, or indeed the dogs, or indeed the microphone. We know she'll never let go of that. But no, apparently she still wants to keep the name. So where we're at right now, which I think is fascinating, is because apparently she's produced all the artwork and stuff like that. They're quite willing, if the patent people are willing to accept this, to just go with ARO. Now, some might say, of course, this is a bit reminiscent of RKO, the film studio from the 1940s, 50s, etc. But apparently she doesn't really want to deviate from that because, according to her team, the world now knows the brand. Do you? Stop giggling. Do you? I mean, other than a few jams, would it make any difference? I often said you would have just simply been better calling it Meghan Markle. That's the name, that's the thing that everybody writes, that's the search engine, the analytics, all that stuff that people talk about in the digital platform. Does it really matter? But according to her, she's holding out for that. So ARO, it's set to be. Will that now make you buy it? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.